All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phoenix International Raceway. This is the legacy version of this track from 2008. A lot different track than what these drivers are used to seeing. Got kind of a tri-oval going on, almost a triangle shape. So these guys are looking forward to running these things wide open around here. The super big track. We're going to be going full speed, having a good old time. So, our track is just barely over a mile. Track temp is 117 degrees. These guys have one extra set of tires tonight. They will need to pit for fuel, no doubt about it. When they pit is probably going to be solely dependent on whether or not we get a caution. Right now on our leaderboard, no shocker, Larson Parker has got the fastest lap times so far today in that number 18 machine. In second, we got Ben Morrow, Lee Krause in third, Bradley Stefan, Bad Brad Stefan in fourth, and Travis Lepenis in fifth. Let's see, our race winner from the FALCONGRAFIX late model stock series, Lee Krause, currently running in third. Look for Lee to be an issue. He will definitely be there at the end. Sean Harrell is on the track but has yet to set a lap time down as we watch that 18 machine get up into the wall. Let's go over our points real quick. So for our, what championship was this now? I want to make sure I get this right. So for our Southern State Championship, Ben Morrow has come away with the championship in that series. Now for the series we are racing in tonight, Larson Parker has got the lead with 105, Ben Morrow in second, tied with Travis Lepenis. Overall, Larson Parker has taken over the points lead by 5 points over Ben Morrow. Travis Lepenis moved up a spot to P number 3. Michael Steele falls back just a little bit. He's in P number 4. Devin Smith is in 5th, holding strong. Brad Stefan up 1 position. Matthew Setzer jumps up 2 spots. Sean Harrell drops 2 positions after missing last week's race. Matt Cochran dropped a position. And Dwayne Kernahan is going to round out our top 10. Ooh, that 18 machine hard up into the wall. These boys are getting ready to start qualifying. If you are watching on Facebook or Twitch, please give a like and a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. If you do subscribe, you'll be able to chat with us during the broadcast, give shout outs to your favorite drivers, get a good mention on screen. We'll cheer them on for you. Dwayne Kernahan is watching now. Why is he not racing is a better question. Hey Dwayne, how you doing tonight, bud? We have 3 nights of racing here at the EFRL. Monday nights, we just wrapped up the Transcendent Design Xfinity Series. They are looking at making plans for 2024 when the new series is going to start. Tuesday nights right now, we're running a doubleheader. We run the FALCONGRAFIX Late Model Stock Series. And then we are here with the Allthedirt Super Late Model Series, which we are following right now live from Phoenix. As we get some of these guys on the track. Michael Steele is one of the first cars out there. Let's catch up with him and see how he's running. On Thursday nights, we do have the Foster's Custom Rods Dirt Car Series. Foster's Custom Rods jumping on board with us for the remainder of this season. Happy to have them aboard. So if you're looking for a custom fishing rod, whether it's ice fishing or just fishing, check out Custom Rods and Alan Foster on Facebook. Michael Steele coming around to complete his first lap. Steele currently with a 28.255. Matthew Setzer with a 28.424. See if Michael's able to improve on his second lap at all. No, he does not. Larson Parker is going to jump to the top of the leaderboard with his first lap. He has a 28.05. Lee Krause currently in third with a 28.63. Travis Lepenis in fourth with a 28.27. Bad Brad Stefan currently in fifth with a 28.36. Three drivers have yet to set down any kind of times. We'll see if they're able to do that before we run out of time. Bad Brad Stefan jumps up to P number 3. Ben Morrow with a 28.27. I tell you, second through sixth right now is only a half of a tenth apart. Very close times. See if Ben's able to improve it all on his second lap. Ben Morrow pole vaults all the way up to second place. He's going to have a 28.15, 1/10 behind our pole sitter Larson Parker. Looks like all of our drivers that want to qualify have qualified. I show no lap times for Devin Smith, Matt Cochran, or Sean Harrell. Matt Cochran is a bit underneath the weather. Had a rough go of it last race, was running fairly good, got spun out, ended up losing a lap while he was spun out. Unfortunately, he finished 7th in that race. Gonna lose some points to our race point standing leader. Thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. If you are looking for some badass merch, check out our merch store. We got some t-shirts on there, past champions. We've got stickers. We got some water bottles. We got a little bit of it all. Check us out. I'd like to thank EFRL for bringing me on board to do this every week. I have a great time doing it. I really appreciate Dean putting some faith into me and allowing me to get my groove on with you guys every Tuesday night. After the first of the year, there will be a little bit of changes to our Tuesday night scheduling and format. Right now, it looks like we're going to drop down to one series, put all these drivers together, and have a good time. We're going to be running 2 cars. It's tentatively set up as the touring mods and the late model stocks. And we're going to run the FALCONGRAFIX Associated Short Track Tour, the Fast Series. So that'll be fun for us, and we look forward to what that brings next year. If you are looking for a place to race, get a hold of myself and or Dean Qualley on Facebook, and we can get you all hooked up. Starting on that front row, Larson Parker, Ben Morrow. Row number 2, we got Travis Lepanis and Bad Brad Stefan. Row number 3, we got Michael Steele and the Dominator Lee Krause. In row number 4, we got the number 3 machine of Matthew Setzer. Outside of him, we got Matthew Cochran. And a shotgun on the field, we got the 95 of Devin Smith and the 6 of Harwell, but they have yet to grid. Devin Smith is gridded, still waiting on Sean Harrell. 18 machine is blinky again a little bit tonight. We'll have to see how that progresses. Alright, these guys are getting ready to go green, coming out of turn number 4. Pace car's dipping in, the 18 is going to lead us to green. Larson Parker down on the bottom, clears the 13. He's going to duck down in behind him. Still too wide. Oh, Brad Stefan hard up into the wall. We saw that one developing. Unfortunately, that's probably going to end the night for Brad Stefan and whoever it was that T-boned him. Brad drills the wall. 99 had nowhere to go, trying to get underneath of him. Matt Cochran and Devin Smith collected as well. Oh, and Matthew Setzer's involved as well. Oh, that is going to be on the 89 machine. Driver's going down pit road. First caution right away. All of our drivers are jumping down pit road. I don't expect them to take tires, but they will fuel up. Maybe try to make it the whole race on tires. Larson Parker taking right side tires. Did not expect that. Ben Morrow down and away. He's going to take over the lead from Larson Parker. Travis Lepanis is going to come out in 3rd. Michael Steele in 4th. Lee Krause going to have a little bit of damage from getting into the 89 machine, but it doesn't look too bad. You can see a little crinkle on the front end there. This is a bigger track. That might affect him some. Oof. A lot of damage to that number 4 machine of Matt Cochran. He's going to have a rough go of it. Coming out of turn number 4, Matt Cochran trying to catch up to the field.
Green flag.
Half the field was damaged from that lap 1 crash. Larson Parker got a little squirrely on that high side. Morrow charging on the bottom. Larson Parker's going to have the lead. Travis Lepenis in 3rd, Ben Morrow 2nd, Michael Steele 4th, Lee Krause up to 5th. And the number 6 machine of Efrl unfortunately did not make the start of this race. Well, we got Matthew Cochran stopped in the corner. He is in pit road still, I guess, so we're good. Larson Parker doing Larson Parker stuff. Oh, I get you, Dwayne. We got to do that. We got to keep the missus happy, right, buddy? We got a battle tightening up for 4th place. Michael Steele and Travis Lepenis, they are teammates. Then we got the 99 of Lee Krause right behind them. Lee is also affiliated with those two boys, and they all run nice and clean with each other, and they put on a good show. These guys are trying to reel in that number 13 machine. Brad Stefan has went off the track, but must have kept it low enough. Green flag stays in the air. Michael Steele got a little close to the wall, dusted up some of the marbles up there. He's right on that back bumper of Travis Lepenis. Jump on board the roof cam of this number 5 machine as we follow Travis Lepenis down the front straightaway. Heading into turn number 1, it's kind of an odd shaped corner. You got to be careful not to drift out into that wall, which I know I have done multiple times. Oh, we'll see Travis touching those rumble strips down on the bottom, upset the car just slightly. He's able to hold on to it. Looks like all the drivers are kind of maintaining their distance between each other. Nobody really pulling away from anybody at the moment. Michael Steele has definitely got a fast hot rod. His last time by was a faster lap than our current leader by 0.02 of a second. Got about a half a second gap between Travis Lepenis and Ben Morrow currently, and then another half second up to Larson Parker. Fastest car last lap was Ben Morrow. "14 laps into our 90-lap event. We do have a pretty big gap after 5th place Lee Krause. 4 seconds separated him and Devin Smith. Devin Smith and Matt Cochran were all involved in that lap 1 incident. I do believe Cochran definitely got the worst end of the damage on that one. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of front to the number 95 of Devin Smith. Matt Cochran's whole front end looks like it shifted about a foot to the passenger side. You can see that tire sticking out. That is definitely going to cause problems late in this event. Larson Parker in that number 18 machine has stretched out his lead a little bit over the 13 of Ben Morrow. He's up to 0.8 of a second. Welcome to the stream, Dean. How you doing tonight, bud? Not much movement so far. Top 3 cars are all in the same position they started. Michael Steele is the first car that's actually moved a position. He's up 1 spot. Still right on the back bumper of the 16 of Travis Lepanis. This is going to be probably one of our longest races of the season. 90 laps on a 1 mile track, 90 miles. We've only had 1 caution so far. It'll be interesting to see. These guys did put fuel in on lap number 2. Larson Parker took right side tires. He was the only driver I saw that took tires. Be interesting to see how that's going to play out in the long run. Michael Steele in that number 5 machine. We're just going to call him Mr. Dirt Cars. He's got 2 Dirt Car Championships under his belt, along with the FALCONGRAFIX Touring Series champion. He knows how to get around a dirt track. He's still learning on asphalt. He did get his first asphalt win earlier this season. Michael's running really strong right now, running in 4th place. He's got a 2-second lead over Lee Krause, and he is right on the back bumper of Travis Lepanis. And I feel like if he could get it by Travis, he has something for Ben Morrow. He has been pretty quick. Travis Lepanis currently in 3rd in that number 16 machine. He is brotherless tonight. We do normally have Jeremy running with us on occasion. Always happy to see Jeremy run. Jeremy runs with the autism awareness stuff on his car in the number 33 machine. Travis is a real life asphalt oval driver, and next year he looks like he is branching out. I seen him. He's got a dirt hobby stock set up. It'll be exciting to see him run that thing. Dirt is what I live for, so I'm always excited when I see someone else getting into it. Ben Morrow started 2nd, currently 2nd. He was up to 1st for a lap because he did not take tires on that pit stop. Yes, Dean, you did hear that right. Larson Parker took right side tires on lap 1 when the caution came out. I was probably as shocked as the next person, and maybe that was just a mistake where he forgot to uncheck him while he was getting ready to pit, but I don't know. Currently it's working out for him. He's got a 2-second lead over Ben Morrow, but I feel like we get a late race caution and he's going to have worn out right side tires when everybody else has fresh rubber. it was an interesting call, definitely. Larson Parker just doing what Larson Parker does. Leading races. Larson Parker has 5 wins so far this season, 5 top 10s, 5 top 5s. So we're on race number 8. There's only been 1 or 2 races he did not finish in the lead and in the top 5. Larson finished 4th in the Southern State Championship, and he is currently winning the West Coast Series, and I do believe the North Carolina Series as well. Yes. So he is currently winning 2 out of the 3 sub-series, and has the overall points lead coming into tonight by a whopping 5 points over Ben Morrow. So Ben Morrow leading a lap does help him a little bit, but we'll see if he's able to do anything with the later stages of this race. It'll be exciting to see. These guys have fallen off. So best lap for Larson Parker was a 28.18. He is currently at a 28.87. So in 29 laps, even with those new right side rubbers, he has fallen off 3/4 of a second. Matt Cochran has entered pit along with Devin Smith. Are they just pitting to fix damage, or is it more serious than that? This is a very long pit road. Oh, Andy missed his pit stall. That's not a mistake we normally see out of that number 4 machine. Fifth place driver Lee Krause coming down pit road. Oh. Looks like he stopped and jumped to the pits. Lee might be done for the night. That car might have sustained more damage than we thought. Larson Parker continues to lead. That lap 1 crash has taken out a lot of our top contenders. Matt Cochran still on pit road. Matthew Setzer back on the track, but he's 14 laps down. Devin Smith on pit road. Looks like he's done for the night. Lee Krause is done. Matt Cochran just finished up his pit stop. He's back on the track, but he is 4 laps down. So we only have 4 cars left on the lead lap coming into tonight. 33 laps down, 34 started. Larson Parker with a huge lead over Ben Morrow, 3 seconds. Ben Morrow's only got a second lead over Travis Lepenis, and Travis Lepenis only has about a second lead over Michael Steele. It'd be interesting to see how these guys are doing in the long run, whether or not they took enough fuel on that first caution to go the rest of the distance. I'm kind of thinking not. But will be interesting to see. Larson Parker's already used up half of his tire allotment. All he has left are left side tires. Larson Parker continues to be very smooth. Jump on board with the number 5 machine of Michael Steele. Ooh. You can see him fighting that wheel coming out of turn number 4. You shouldn't be turning towards the wall as you're coming off the corner. Ben Morrow has fallen back a little bit into the clutches of that number 16 machine of Travis Lapenas. Michael Steele trying to close that gap up. If Travis can get underneath Ben in the corner, Michael would want to try to follow him through. Let's jump on board with Travis Lapenas and watch. There's only 0.3 of a second between Lapenas and Morrow currently. Travis fighting that machine hard coming out of turn number 4, headed on the front straightaway down into turn number 1. Ben Morrow takes a little bit of a higher entrance. Travis closes in, but Morrow's going to get a better run off the corner. Travis touches that apron. That car got a little loose on him. Look back from the 13 machine of Morrow. We can see both the 16 and the 5 back there. Along with Matt Cochran way back there. Looks like he's got some more of that damage replaced. Matt is currently running in 5th, being diligent and not giving up has increased him by 3 positions already. As we are just about coming to halfway, the gap between Morrow and Lapenas really hasn't changed at all. As Larson Parker, very dominant, has a 5.5 second lead over second place Ben Morrow. The 18 car may need to be inspected after this one. Matt Cochran, the first car lap down, praying for cautions. Travis Lapenas falls back just a little bit. He now is back to 0.6 of a second behind Ben Morrow. Michael Steele catching up to him ever so slightly. Travis charges hard in that corner, cuts that gap in half as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. This is a lot bigger track than a lot of these guys are used to running on, especially with the super late models. This is probably the first time we've actually really opened these cars up to their fullest potential and horsepower. Travis Lapenas making a move down low. All over the back bumper of Ben Morrow now. Starting to catch up with the lap car of Matthew Setzer. That could play a role. Hopefully Morrow and Lapenas are communicating with the 3 car. Hopefully the 3 car is paying attention to his mirrors, knowing that he has some of the leaders coming up on him. Travis all over the back bumper of Ben Morrow. Looking to make a move to the inside of Morrow coming into turn number 1. Side by side as they exit the little trioval area, head down into turn number 3. Travis Lepenis is going to take that position. Oh, wait, he takes over the second place. Michael Steele going to follow him through. We are over halfway through our race. Only one caution so far tonight, and it was on lap 1. Matthew Setzer stays high, allows Travis to go by. Do the same for Michael Steele and Ben Morrow. Larson Parker with a 7-second lead over this field. That is crazy. Be interesting to see how the tire situation plays out and if we have to pit one more time for fuel. Larson Parker with about a quarter-second lead over the rest of the field. The rest of the field is pretty bunched up. Second, third, and fourth all real close together. Larson Parker in a different zip code, maybe even in a different state. We are just completing lap 50. Guys are running like crazy. After that first race incident with Brad Stefan getting up into the wall, these guys have been running a very clean race. Very respectful. It's nice to see when drivers have respect for each other, it makes a whole difference in the way the races are run.
Am I holding you up?
A little bit of race chatter going on.
Gotcha, I'm struggling real bad for right front here, taking this corner. I did 1 of the 3.
Excuse me. Ben Morrow continuing to fall back. Looks like he just gave up a position to Matt Cochran. Talking about how he's struggling really bad with the car right now. Looks like Matt has gotten a lot of that damage repaired. The front end looks a lot better on that number 4 machine. And he is currently running 5th on the leaderboard. He is up 3 positions from where he started just by continuing to be out there, not giving up. Lee Krause is out, Devin Smith out, Brad Stefan out, and Sean Harrell never took the green flag. Not sure what happened with Sean, but he has missed tonight's event. Larson Parker and Michael Steele continuing to have great runs, currently running 2nd and 3rd. Travis has had quite a few second place finishes so far this season. I do believe he finished 2nd place, or maybe it was 3rd place last week. "45 laps to go." No, sorry, 35 laps to go. Yes, sir, I can do that. So for those of you who just saw it in chat, Dean Qualley is requesting A tire shot. Whoa, Michael Steele spins! No caution on the field.
Didn't get enough fuel.
There's some race chatter talking about a
I
fuel.
don't think any of us can make it.
Yeah, they're saying they are going to have to pit again.
I was like, I thought I was just the only one that messed up because I messed up that whole first pit stop.
Yes, Larson Parker is talking about how he messed up his first pit stop. Didn't mean to take tires, but did. Michael Steele, heck of a save. He is going to have some back-end damage to that car. He backed it into the wall coming out of turn number 4. Ooh, she's a little banged up now. He is still holding on to 4th place. He lost a lot of positions and a lot of time on that one. We'll see what happens with them having to pit again. It looks like Steele is pitting now. Let's get a different view on the number 5 machine of Michael Steele. We're going to see if he's going to take 2 tires or 4 tires. Right sides are going on for Michael Steele in that number 5 machine. Work a little bit on the damage. He is going to go at least 1 lap down. He is down and away. Right side tires only. He is back on the track. Currently only 1 lap down, so if a caution does come out, he will be the car with the lucky dog. Travis Lepane is running in 2nd, continuing to be nice and strong. Ben Morrow back into 3rd after he struggled a little bit. Larson Parker continues to lead. He has got 11-second lead over Travis Lepanis in 2nd. We do know he's going to have to pit again. Michael Steele has already pit. Ben Morrow said he's going to have to pit. Travis is more than likely going to have to pit. Where it's going to hurt the 18 machine, who knows how much, is he does not have any more right side tires for that car. He's coming up on the 3 machine of Matthew Setzer, who is currently a lap down. Setzer moves over and lets them by. Doesn't want to interfere with the leaders as they pass. Completing lap 64 this time by is the 18 machine of Larson Parker. 26 laps to go. Ben Morrow is creeping back onto the back bumper of that number 16 machine. Ooh, pardon me. $35 laps to go. 25 laps to go. Man, my math is horrible tonight. 25 laps to go for the 18 machine of Larson Parker. Only 1 caution so far tonight. Travis Lepanis in 2nd. Ben Morrow in 3rd. Michael Steele 1 lap down after pitting recently. Michael pit on lap 58. Everybody else pit on lap 2. Matthew Cochran pit on lap 28. with the way pit stops should cycle through. Put Michael Steele back on the lead lap. Cochran should move to 3 laps down. It's going to be an interesting finish to this race. Larson Parker messed up his first pit stop, so he's going to have to hit this one spot on, especially under green flag conditions. If we don't get a caution, it could be a problem for the 18 if he messes up that pit road. He does have a pretty big gap, but with fresh tires for everybody else, it could change the outcome of this race drastically. Michael Steele, fastest lap on the track right now with a 28.41. 5/10 faster than everybody else with those fresh right side tires. Larson Parker continues to lead as the laps tick down. Travis LePain is holding on to P number 2. Ben Morrow, P number 3. Michael Steele, our dirt car guru, in 4th. Matt Cochran, unfortunately, got into that lap 1 incident. Did a lot of damage. He had to pit twice to fix it. Currently running in 5th place. Matthew Setzer is in 6th. Continuing to fight, he is 16 laps down. Lee Krause, Devin Smith, Brad Stefan, and Sean Harrell are all out of this event. Larson Parker, that number 18 machine, very strong, has been very strong all season. One tough competitor. $18 laps to go next time by. When is that car going to pit? He's already talked about not having enough fuel to make it to the end. He does have a substantial lead. Maybe he's going to start backing off and try to save fuel to maybe push it to the end, although I think he's probably waited a little too long for that. Should have been saving much earlier on in this run. Ben Morrow continues to close up that gap on Travis Lepanis. 7/10 separate second and third currently. Ben had fallen back for a while, all the way back to 5th, but he is working his way back up. Maybe just needed to regroup himself, calm down just a little bit, and charge back to the front. Maybe let those tires just chill out a little bit. Travis Lepanis has had a real solid run here tonight. He is currently in 2nd place.
Take it on to 3. Mike.
Michael Steele charging through the field with those fresh tires. He's coming underneath the 13 machine. Ben Morrow told him to take it low in turn number 3, giving up the position. Didn't want to battle with them. Michael on those fresh tires, much faster right now, half a second faster than Morrow currently is. He'll be catching Travis Lepanis pretty quick. And then he's just going to have to pray for a caution, or hopefully Parker has errors on his pit stop, which making a mistake once I see Larson Parker making 2 mistakes in the same race on pit stops, I don't foresee that happening. Larson Parker with a half a lap lead over the rest of these guys. Travis Lepanis moves up, lets Michael Steele go by. We're going to be at 13 laps to go when Larson Parker crosses the start-finish line. Will Larson Parker try to make it to the end, or when will he pit? There was quite a bit of radio chatter earlier around lap 65 that none of them have enough fuel to make it to the end, that they are going to have to pit again. But as of yet, I haven't seen any takers. And the closer we get to the end, I feel like their options are going to start getting thinner and thinner. Who's going to be the first one to go out of our top three? Parker is still setting down some pretty fast times. 18:75 last time by. Travis Lepanis was a 19:24. Ben Morrow 19:23. Michael Steele 28:76. So the same lap time as our leader. Larson Parker has entered pit road. This is a very long pit road. He will lose the lead for sure unless they decide to pit as well. We'll keep an eye on this 18 machine to see what he does. Michael Steele's going to go by him now and get his lap back. Morrow hits his pit stall. No tires at all for the 18 machine.
Pit that.
Travis Lepanis pitting in this time by.
Sorry, I didn't realize you meant right there. I thought you were telling me to pit.
We'll see what Travis Lepanis does. He will lose his third place spot to the 18 machine of Larson Parker. If Ben Morrow has enough to stretch it to the end, maybe that's why he fell back mid-race, was to save fuel. Travis hits his marks. No tires, and he is down and away. About to lose position to Michael Steele, though. Michael Steele back on the lead lap. This will be for position. Travis does get out ahead of him. Let's see if Michael has what it takes to get by Travis. Oh, Michael way loose coming out of turn number 4. Saves it, doesn't hit the wall, but holy cow, was that car sideways. Ben Morrow now with the lead, and he has a 8-second lead over second place Larson Parker. Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? It will be 7 laps to go this time by for Ben Morrow. Larson Parker second, Travis Lepanis third, Michael Steele in fourth. Steele trying to reel in that number 16 machine of Travis Lepanis. Michael has fallen back a little bit. He's got about a second gap between them. 6 laps to go. Ben Morrow still hasn't pit. I feel like he's going to try to stretch it to the end. He has a second lead over second place. It's going to be 5 laps to go as the 13 machine comes to the line out of turn number 4. 6.5 second lead over second place Larson Parker. .8 of a second is what Larson Parker is running faster than Ben Morrow. By my math, it's going to be close. If Ben Morrow has enough fuel to make it to the end, he could sneak one out. Larson Parker working his way around Matthew Setzer of that 3 machine, who is currently 16 laps down. Matthew won't put up a fight. He'll let him go by, no problem. 4 laps to go. 5.5 second lead over second place. 5/10 of a second difference. I don't think Parker's going to make it unless that 13 machine runs out of fuel. I think we're going to have an upset. Ben Morrow has not taken tires this whole race. He took fuel on lap 2, and that was the last time he pit. It's going to be 2 to go for the 13 machine as he crosses the stripe. Larson Parker still 4.5 seconds back. 2 laps to go for Ben Morrow on his way to victory in that number 13 machine. Travis Lepanis in third. Michael Steele holding on to fourth. Unable to close the gap back up on that 16 machine after he got super loose coming out of turn number 4. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Final lap for that number 13 machine of Ben Morrow. Coming out of turn number 4, does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? He is looking pretty strong. Ben Morrow with the lead. And I think he coasted across that start-finish line. I do hear engine sounds now. Now he just said he's out of fuel. Top 3 tried to make it back to the line. Wherever Ben stops, we'll line up for pictures there.
I think I got enough speed to coast through and do one little spin around.
Top 3, please also take a screenshot of your tire wear and send to Dean Qualley. What a finish. I was not expecting that. Ben Morrow saved enough fuel, makes it to the end. Said he's got enough for a burnout, and that was it. Alright, we'll give these boys a minute to line up.
Buddy, to watch me stream for a second and take the screenshot for me, because I can't do that in VR.
The race, Ben. I just couldn't save as much fuel. I was going to be 4 laps, and I was trying to save my ass off.
Alright,
Yeah,
we'll give these boys just a minute. And
I mean, with having being like 7 laps short from when I took fuel there, I didn't
what a change of events. Larson Parker dominates the whole race. Ben Morrow saves just enough fuel to sneak out the win at the end. Alright, we'll give... Alright, we'll give these guys just a second to jump up into the broadcast booth, and then we'll get going with our interviews. What a race. Alright, we got our third place driver up here, so let's go ahead and get started with him. Travis Lepanis finishing third tonight. Had to pit late for fuel, didn't have quite enough to make it to the end. How you doing, bud?
I wish I could have saved a few more laps. I mean, I knew what Ben was trying to do. I just didn't quite execute it or slow down soon enough. I wasn't sure it was possible. He was full commit. I kind of waffled off and on as to what I should do, and yeah, I ended up probably being 4 laps short. So
Overall, a great race. We only had one caution. That was on lap 1. Interesting pit strategies for people. Michael Steele almost got you in the end. You came out right in front of him, were able to put the hammer down and stay out in front of him.
Yeah, well, I saw the way it was playing out late that I was probably going to run out of gas and then he would get me. So I was like, my only chance at a top 3 there was to, or top 2 was to, because when Larson pitted early, I was like, okay, either I make sure I make it for sure and have a shot at top 3, top 2, or I run out of gas and I'm probably 4th or worse. So unfortunately, I went the points strategy decision, the boring decision.
Boring but safe.
Yeah, all in the same.
Well, that was a pretty interesting race. The biggest track we've raced on tonight, a little shorter on the mileage, or at least on the laps, but still long on the mileage. What was your overall take of the race tonight?
I enjoyed it. I always liked growing up watching Copper World Classic stuff when they used to run the Southwest Tour and all those cars there. So we'll do a little bit of a throwback. Wish there's a few more cars, but what do you do when you have a handful of racers? It still makes for good racing.
Yes, sir, it does. A little interesting track for us, a little different shape. Now, next week is another tricky track. We're off to Concord next week.
Yeah, I had a late model stock league race, 160 lapper on Sunday. I don't know how that's going to transition, but even in those cars, it was wild. So I can hardly, there's going to be some guys hitting yellows on their own for sure.
Oh, definitely. Those cars get loose, and then that outside wall will sneak up on you if you're not careful coming out of turn 3.
Yeah, and the last, whatever, the 3, 4, 4, 5, whatever you call it, it's off camber and flat. So you feel like you can send it into one, send it through the dog leg, and then all of a sudden you got to get on the binders through the last 2.
Yes, it's definitely a tricky track. Hopefully some guys will get some practice in and we'll put on a good show. Last couple weeks have been a great show with the super light models. Can't wait to see what next week brings.
For sure. A couple more left. Can't wait.
All right, bud. Anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight before we cut you loose?
JT Motorsports. That's about it.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on your podium finish, and we'll hope to see you back next week.
Over and out. Another third.
Coming home in second place tonight after leading almost the whole thing, Larson Parker in that number 18 machine. Pit stops cost you tonight, Larson.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help either that I accidentally took right side tires on the first caution.
Oh, so that was just an error. You forgot to uncheck them then?
Yeah, unchecked left sides, forgot to uncheck right sides, and I feel like maybe if I had right sides, I could have had a better chance at running down Ben there at the end, but it is what it is.
I was kind of shocked when I seen your right sides go up in that first pit stop. I was like, that's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, that was not the plan, but yeah, I don't know. It was just a rookie mistake on that one.
Well, that thing was definitely on rails tonight. I think at one point you had a 15-second lead over second place.
Yeah, I practiced a bunch. We went to the snowball derby out in Florida, and pretty much as soon as my plane landed, I was on the sim practicing. So it sucks that we couldn't come home with the win, but still second place, so can't complain.
Well, with 2 races left in this series, that definitely tightened up the points battle. You came into tonight with, I do believe, a 5-point lead. That could change drastically now.
Oh yeah, it'll get close, as it has been the whole season.
Next week, we are off to Concord. That is a very tricky track. How was your feelings on that place?
I'd like to say I feel pretty good, but it's been a while since I've ran there, so it looks like I'll be practicing a whole bunch more.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on finishing second anyways. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to tonight before we cut you loose?
My family for watching, Caden Tuff's Designs for getting me this fast-looking race car and the other car that I got, and just everybody on the track for putting on a good show and keeping it clean, and then you up here for broadcasting.
No problem, bud. Well, thank you very much, and we'll look forward to seeing how you can do next week at Concord. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ben, I'm tired of finishing second. Morrow sneaks one out, making the smart play tonight. Congratulations, man. That was fun to watch.
That's it's not the way I like to win them, but I'll take it. That I did not think that was going to work. For the entire race, I did not think it was going to work. I fired off the first couple laps, and like, I wasn't pushing really hard because I figured it was going to have a long green flag run, and I didn't want to hurt my tires. And I kind of set my goal on staying right behind Larson. Like, just do whatever I need to hang with him, but not try to pass him, because that's, you try to pass guys that are that good consistently, that's when you're abusing your tires, right? You got to wait for them to get cocky and start driving away from you. Well, we got to that caution, and I looked after the fuel. I thought we were going to have plenty of fuel. I guess this setup starts with more fuel. And I realized we were like 7 or 8 laps short. I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to save that much, but I will be able to save half of that. I probably don't have a chance at beating him. This is like, Larson is extremely good here. Like, I could run the same lap times as him roughly in practice, but I couldn't do it near as consistent. I figured, you know what? I probably could run second. Why don't we just save as much as we can, hope I get a yellow, have to take less on pit road, get the spot that way, right? A 3-second pit stop versus a 7-second pit stop or whatever. And, yeah, I got to the halfway point that said I was a lap to the good. I couldn't believe it's possible to save that much fuel here. I lost a race here in Outlaws a season ago, saving fuel. Like, I tried to 1-stop the race, and Josh Ballia 2-stopped it, and I ran out of fuel. It's the other configuration with the open dog leg, but I ran out of fuel going into, like, what's turn 1 on this track, and he passed me just before the start-finish line. Like, there's a lot of ways to lose a race saving fuel, and I was kind of shocked that it worked out. I think it's the first time I've ever won a race on fuel savings.
Well, you definitely had the good plan tonight. It also helped that he took his right side tires on lap 1 and didn't have anything for later in the race too.
Oh, I didn't know that. That kind of explains how he powered around me on the outside. I thought for sure he was gonna drop in behind me and try to get it on the inside, but
no, he accidentally forgot to uncheck the right side tires, took him on that first caution, so then late it in the race when he pit, he didn't have anything, so he couldn't catch you as fast as he should have.
You sure about that?
Oh, yeah, I know he took tires. And he didn't have right side tires at the end.
Yeah. I'm watching our pit stops, and we stopped in our box at the same time. And, yep, sure enough, jacking it up. I didn't notice that when I was in the car. I was wondering how I beat him off pit road.
Yep, he took right side tires. I was shocked. Everybody watching was shocked.
Yeah, I didn't expect that one. But yeah, anyways, honestly, at the end there, I was kind of sandbagging the last 5 laps to try and just make sure I had enough to get to the end. So, he pitted with 12 to go. He probably would have been able to run a second better lap times. If he had his tires then, he might have had enough for me. But it's when you try to win a race saving fuel, it almost always takes the guy that should have won the race making a mistake, and that was the mistake. Like, it should have been faster to pit once and take tires. Honestly, Steele probably had the best strategy, pitting halfway through, using the better tires for more of the race. Wait until 10 to go only would have worked because everybody else waited till 10 to go. You know what I mean? Yep, exactly. Which, there's something to running long so that your next stint you can run harder laps on, but that's you're talking 30 or 40 laps on the last stint instead of 50, so yeah, anyhow, I cannot believe that worked.
Well, congratulations. That's going to be probably tying you guys up or make that points battle super close. With only 2 races left next week, we're off to Concord.
Yeah, that's
a tough track.
It's going to be a fight. I mean, for me, I think. What's Concord? Is Concord the one that's a triangle?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm not going to win that one. Nashville Superspeedway, if I have a shot to seal the deal on a championship, it'll be because I dominate Nashville. That's one of my favorite short tracks in all of iRacing. But I've never run this car there, and I'm also sure that Larson's really good there too. So
it will be one of our longest races too, 200 laps at Nashville.
Yeah, and even like if if one of us manages to win each one of those races, it could wind up coming down to one of those like, well, I need a point for leading a lap and a point for leading the most laps and a point for this and that to have a shot. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be interesting.
Oh, definitely. And I'm pretty excited about how it's going to play out for the next 2 races.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So,
all right, but who do you want to give your shout outs to tonight?
Michael Steele. He's making a wrap design for my Legend that I'm running for next year here. So, can't thank him enough for that.
Awesome.
Spending a whole bunch of time talking me through it, even though I don't know what I'm doing. So,
he is one of the best in the business at making wraps. I really love looking at the cars that Michael makes. They're always top notch.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. You definitely did it the hard way, I'd say.
I got lucky. I mean, it was difficult trying to gauge how early I should lift going into the corner. The at what point is the saving fuel not worth the loss of lap time? That was tough, but I was kind of just winging it and praying, and it worked.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing at least you give him a good battle next week at Concord.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, bye. Well, that's going to do it for all the dirt. Myself, Mick Olofsson, Dean Qualley with the Extreme Forces Racing League. Ben Morrow sneaks one out in the closing laps on fuel mileage over a dominant Larson Parker. Travis Lapenas finishes in 3rd. Michael Steele in 4th. Great race for Michael. Matt Cochran rebounds after a lap 1 crash for a top 5 position. Congratulations to all of our drivers tonight. We look forward to seeing them back all next week at Concord. But if you are looking for more racing action this week, come back Thursday night for the Foster's Custom Rods Dirt Car Series. This week we are racing at, I-55 Speedway with the UMP B-Mods. So we're going to get down and dirty at PV. That's got some great racing on that track, high lanes, low lanes. Come check us out. We look forward to having you, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out our merch store. Everybody have a wonderful night.